Zola's lekker besig agter die potte al, maar weet jy, ons gaan 'n bietjie help om jou maag warm te hou met daai koue wintertemperature. Ons maak 'n baie spesiale vanilla ryspudding met 'n peer. It sounds amazing.
It is amazing.
It is
and
amazing.
you can't go through winter without a delicious rice pudding recipe.
And you're amazing for showing us how.
Thank you.
Yes,
and
I'm just saying.
I enjoy eating my rice pudding warm. I don't like it so much when it's cold.
It has to be warm,
So it has to be warm for me, so winter's the perfect time to make
And
it.
it's a fairly easy one as well to make, eh?
Very simple, so
Alright,
simple.
cool.
Okay, so we start with, I like to use jasmine rice. Most people use short grain rice, but I like jasmine rice. Not only is it fragrant, but it absorbs a lot of liquid to me.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
So I put that into the pot. We've washed this, actually, just to sort of take away some excess starch.
Yes.
And let me teach you something about rice, right? So in Zulu, the letter R doesn't really exist.
The letter R doesn't really exist or doesn't exist?
It exists because we all know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But in the language itself, we don't really
use it.
We don't really pronounce it. Yeah.
Okay.
So something like rice, we would call ilaisi.
Ilaisi.
Instead of iraisi.
Iraisi.
Exactly.
Ilaisi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to this, so that was just some milk. You could use coconut milk if you felt coconutty
or
whatever.
Is the kind of ratio is the same when it comes to water and rice? As opposed to your milk, you're using milk.
Oh, you mean when you're cooking the rice?
Yeah, like it's normally
savory.
2-to-1 for rice, or
3-to-1 for rice.
Really? That's brown rice.
No, that's all rice.
That's not brown. Okay. I'm not going to argue with the chef though. I'm gonna lose badly.
Okay, so to this I'm going to add some salati caster snow.
Okay.
I use the caster snow just because it's going to dissolve really quickly.
Yes.
And it's going to sort of become one with the actual rice. And then to this I'm going to add some vanilla seeds. Do you want to smell it?
Oh, I love that, eh?
Deliciousness. Okay.
All right.
Then all you do is you leave this to simmer and get
until
really,
you get
really
a nice
thick.
little sticky mess.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then I'm just going to swap the two. Magic of television.
You love
it looks like this once it's all absorbed and delicious. Look at that.
Oh, that looks amazing.
And then we go next level and we add a little bit of cream for extra decadence. You could use coconut cream here as well.
Okay.
Deliciousness. Okay.
Make sure you get it nice and creamy.
It's got to be delicious and creamy. Hold on, my pears are burning here.
What are you doing on that side?
I'm just caramelizing my pears over here.
So aren't you supposed to be doing more than one thing at a time as a chef?
I always do one. I am doing more than one thing. I'm caramelizing pears. I'm making pudding.
And you're talking to me. How's that?
Okay. Keep up. Okay, so this is how the pears are really, really simple to do. Just some pears peeled and then cut into sort of wedges.
Okay.
You can cut them into blocks. You can cut them into whatever shape you like. But I quite like a bit of a wedge on my pear.
Okay.
And then we've got some pear juice. You can pass it to me if you would.
There we go.
Bit of pear juice in there. Put it onto sort of a relatively high heat. And then some more of the salati caster snow for a bit of extra sweetness. Depending on how ripe your pears are, you can add more or less sugar.
All right.
Okay, then you just leave these to simmer and then they'll caramelize and look just like, look at these. Ooh,
that
delicious,
looks delicious.
And you can just imagine how this is going to sort of counteract the creaminess of the rice pudding. Okay, so we're ready to serve.
Are you ready to serve already?
Of course we are.
Just like that. Well, listen, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, very easy. SMS the keyword Salati to 33728. That's Salati to 33728, and we'll send you everything you need to know. There's a shopping list included and also a link to the recipe that you can go follow for those step-by-step instructions. Look at that.
Look at this.
I almost want to say breakfast of champions.
It is. You could definitely
Hey,
do
you
this for
can
breakfast.
so do
I don't
this for
see
breakfast.
Why not. And then on the top, you've got to add a bit of a crunch. So I've got some toasted nuts with a bit of sugar.
All right, well, we're going to finish this up. If you missed any of those steps, here we go again.
Place the rice, milk and sugar into a saucepan. Cover with a lid and simmer for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring regularly. Stir in the cream and vanilla and set aside. Place the pears, vanilla, pear juice and sugar into a pan and stir until sugar dissolves. Simmer until the pears are cooked and sauce reduces. Toast the nuts in a dry pan, remove from the heat and stir in the sugar and cinnamon. Serve the rice pudding in a bowl, topped with compote and a sprinkling of nuts. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword Salati to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply.
En dis so maklik soos dit, daardie sleutelwoord Salati na 33728 toe SMS dit en ons vir jou alles wys wat jy moet weet om hierdie lekker ryspudding aan mekaar te slaan. Zola, that looks amazing.
And you've got to add crunch, eh?
Restaurant quality.
Texture is everything, so you've got to add the crunchy nuts at the end.
And it carries Zola's stamp of approval.
Ding.
Ding. I love it. Salati to 33728. Thank you so much for spoiling us on this Thursday. Lots more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's find out from the team.
Always good, always sweet, beautifully flavorful Salati sugars add the perfect touch to your day. Salati, inspired by nature.